Do you know how to tell the difference between a feminine and a masculine word in French? Well, stick around because I'm going to teach you how to. This is the second video on gender in French. So today we are going to look at masculine words. Now remember, there is a support guide with this lesson. And if you don't have one, click on the join button to become a member or check my awesome website, learnfrenchwithalexa.com. Now, we have looked at patterns which help us identify feminine words. So please watch my video on this topic if you need to refresh your memory. And for more info on why knowing the gender of a word in French matters, please watch the video I recorded on this very question too. Now, let's try to find similar patterns with masculine words. As you know, during the feminine word video, we learned that a lot of words ending in I and sion are feminine. Again, I would advise you to learn words with an article in front of the word. Le, or la, or un, or une. This is the best way to remember whether a word is feminine or masculine, and to look at the endings of the word. Like we saw in the first video on feminine gender, that a lot of sound in feminine words are ending in I or E sound, like a S or belle or et, and a lot of them ending in sion are feminine too. But let's have a look at masculine words. What is interesting about masculine words is that you can categorize some of them. For example, try to remember these categories. Les saisons, the seasons. Les jours, the days of the week. Les langues, languages. Les arbres, the trees. Les fruits et les légumes, with no I at the end. Well, all of these words from these categories are all masculine. Let's have a look at les saisons. Les saisons are all masculine, though the word la saison itself is feminine, which is a bit weird. But have a look at this. L'hiver, or un hiver, a winter. That's a masculine word. Un printemps ou le printemps, the spring, masculine. Un été ou l'été, that's the summer, masculine. Un automne ou l'automne, the autumn, that's masculine. See? So that's an easy category to remember. What about les jours, the days? Le jour, okay, is masculine, so the day. So all days will be two. For example, we talk about le lundi, the Monday, le mardi, the Tuesday, and so on. So make sure that you put le in front of the word, okay, when you want to use it as a noun. Les langues, as in the languages, are all masculine, though the word la langue itself is feminine, which is a bit bizarre. Nah. Le français est une langue parlée partout dans le monde. Have a look at this sentence. Le français est une langue parlée partout dans le monde. French, as in the French language, is a language spoken everywhere in the world. And as you can see, we say le français, the French language, le français, as in le langage du pays, okay? But if you look at langue, une langue, the word langue itself is feminine, but not when you talk about the actual language. J'apprends le français et le japonais à l'école. I'm learning French and Japanese at school. You see? So let's have a look at les arbres, the trees. Now this one is funny because, well, funny, I don't know how, but have a look at that. La pomme is the apple, it's feminine, but the tree, the apple tree, is masculine. Le pommier, it ends with IER. La cerise is the cherry. Le cerisier is the cherry tree, masculine. La poire is the pear, feminine, but the tree is masculine. Le poirier. Can you see that? So here's a list of endings for masculine words. Now you will notice that some have an E at the end, but bear in mind that it is also about the way the words sound, okay? Now let's have a look at this ending. Ye, I-E-R, ye, such as le papier, paper, le pommier, the apple tree, we saw that, le métier, the job. And endings such as le vélo, so ending in O or O-T, okay? Bicycle. Le chariot. It's a very dry sound. Le chariot, okay? The chariot. Now there is an exception to that, is la moto. But it's a bit like la motocyclette, because bicyclette is feminine, moto is feminine. La météo, again, la météorologie, that's going to be feminine, okay? Because the word has been reduced. La moto, la météo. It's not the full word. Now, all the words ending in ment. Le gouvernement, government. Le médicament, medicine. Now, there is a few exceptions to that, but not that many. La jument, that's a mare, as in the horse, female. Well, that's feminine. Words in en, such as le plan, le roman, that's the novel, l'océan, the ocean, l'écran, the screen, they're all masculine. So what happened with word in isme? Okay, because I did say that sometimes the words ending in E can be masculine, such as the word in isme. L'organisme, the organism. Le socialisme, socialism. Le feminisme, feminism. Ironically, right? Le féminisme, that's masculine, but it means feminism. Anyway, all the words ending in ou. Le chou, cabbage. Le bijou, jewelry. Le caillou, that's the stone. Le hibou, that's the owl. Le genou, that's the knee. Le cou, that's the neck. All masculine. The words ending in age, and you will see there is an E, but the sound is age. L'emballage, the wrapping. Le recyclage, recycling. L'âge, the age. Le ménage, the housework. Le fromage, the cheese. Le courage, the courage. They're all masculine words. Words ending in oire, le trottoir. That's the pavement. Le couloir, that's the corridor. Le manoir, the manor. But have a look at oire with an E as well. That is masculine. Le territoire, that's the territory. Le laboratoire, that's the laboratory. And words ending in art. Le retard, that's the delay. Le hasard, that's the chance, the hazard. You know what I mean. And the words ending in teur. Le tracteur, that's a tractor. Le moteur, that's the engine. Le menteur, that's the liar. And we did see in the first video on feminine words that we have also le chanteur et le travailleur, okay, with the E-U-R sound. If you're unsure about this kind of words, please refer back to the feminine video. Al, l'animal, un animal, that's masculine. Le cheval, the horse, that's masculine. Le journal, that's a newspaper. Le festival, that's the festival. And the words ending in O, as in, have a look at the spelling E-A-U, but we say O. So, le bureau, the desk or the office. Le tableau, the painting. There are exceptions to that. La peau, that's the skin. L'eau, that's the water. They are feminine words, but yet an in O sound. The words ending in I, le corail, that's coral. Le travail, and that's work. Words ending in E, le feu, le jeu, le cheveu, so the fire, the game, the hair. Words ending in euil, le fauteuil, that's the armchair. L'écureuil, that is the squirrel. And the words ending in A, you know, not double E, L-E, but just A with an L. Le réveil, that's the clock. Le conseil, that's the advice. Have a look at these words now. They all end in un sound. Le destin, destiny. Le coin, coins. Corner, not coins. Le terrain, that's the field. Le voisin. Now, le voisin is the neighbor. But if you add an E to that word and put la in front, it becomes la voisine, as in the lady neighbor. Okay, so we have words like that. Okay, so such as cousin, cousin, le cousin. But you want to refer to a person, as in a lady person, you would say la cousine. Okay, and there are exceptions to the un sound, such as la main, that's masculine, feminine. La fin, that's the end, but there are not that many. Words ending in et. Le secret, or est. Le secret, secrets. L'objet, object. Le budget, budget. Le projet, project. L'alphabet, alphabet. Now they are all masculine words. There is an exception, la forêt, forest. Okay, that's feminine. Word ending in on. Le poisson, the fish. L'avion, the plane. Le crayon, that's the pen. Le canon, that's a cannon, okay? And there are exceptions to that. Of course, there are always exceptions. That's the problem. Trying to teach you how to tell feminine from masculine is really hard because I will always come up with some exceptions. La maison, for example, is feminine. That's the house. La saison, the season, is feminine, the word. I've just told you that all the seasons were masculine, but the word itself for saison, that's feminine. Hey. Now the fruits and vegetables which do not end in E are masculine. Okay? So it would be good for you to have a look at the list and see which ones end with an E, which ones do not. For example, le citron has no E. It's masculine. So lemon. L'ananas, it's the pineapple. Masculine. Le melon, melon. Masculine. Le brocoli, masculine. L'oignon, masculine. Okay? Now, I would like to show you now the words ending with iste. Let's have a look at the word which ends in iste, okay? Words ending in iste are more flexible. They represent a person and can be both masculine and feminine because they represent someone. For example, le dentiste, but you could equally say la dentiste. Do you see that? Le garagiste, that's the mechanic, the garage owner, ou la garagiste. Le touriste, if it's a male tourist, ou la touriste, if it's a female tourist. Before we finish, I wanted to tell you a little bit about animal words in French. Now, there are two ways in French which we differentiate gender in animals. So it's either by using the same word and adding an E to it. For example, le chat, okay, and it becomes la chatte. Well, it has double T-E, but the sound is E, okay. Le chien, that's the dog. La chienne, okay, it has double N-E. Le lapin, that's the rabbit, la lapine. Or by using a completely different word. Le cheval, that's the horse. La jument is the mare. Un mouton is a sheep. Une brebis is a ewe. You see? So learn them by heart. That's all I have to say. Of course, this list is only un point de repère, as we say in French. It means that you cannot only rely on this list because there are many exceptions. So you're going to say, okay, you've just given me a list, Alexa, and then you're telling me ignore it because there are many exceptions. No, don't ignore the list, but be aware, okay, be aware that there are many exceptions to those rules because finding whether a word is feminine or masculine is not straightforward, okay? I would advise that you learn some of these endings by heart, though, so that when you come to seeing or saying the words, they will make sense to your ear in the long run, okay? Why don't you have a look at my feminine version video of how do you tell that a word is feminine? And the other interesting video that I have done in the past is why does a gender or knowing a gender of a word matters. I think this is a very good video because it gives you an insight of why is it so important to know whether a word is feminine or masculine. That's it for me. Remember, there is a list of all the words that we've just learned. And if you become a member if you are part of my website, learnfrenchwithalexa.com, subscribe and most of all, leave a comment and tell me how you felt about this video. That's it for me. Au revoir, à bientôt, bisous, bisous. Salut.